What if your stream alerts or commands were printed on paper? Today, I'll connect a receipt printer to Lumia Stream and we're gonna make it print on entrance alert. You will need a ESC POS receipt printer in order for this to work. Also, that receipt printer needs to have Wi-Fi connection or LAN connection. You're gonna go and install your printer, and then we're gonna go into Lumia Stream. We're gonna go and open overlays, and we're gonna create a new overlay. Gonna call it entrance, since we're gonna actually use it for our entrance alert for Twitch. And over here, you're gonna have to set your resolution. I tested out, and the best one for 80mm printers, I suggest you keep it to about 620 width. The height is not really important, it's the size of your image. So I'm gonna place the image over there. I'm gonna actually select our already pre-made first chatter over there for alert. And then I'm gonna modify it so it fills in the entire canvas. On the right side in the appearance, you can find out what is your height, and then you can actually modify that height to actually suit your needs. My image has rounded corners. And in order to actually show the rounded corners, we need to have a white background. Everything that is transparent inside the overlays will gonna be printed out black. So I'm going on my image, and I'm just loading a white image over here, white PNG that I created. I'm gonna upload it onto my asset manager, and then I'm gonna place it below the background. And since I want the socket for the avatar to have a black background, I'm just gonna leave that as it is. I'm creating right now 2 of those images as a copy to actually have those rounded corners. After I'm fine with the adjustments over there, we're gonna go and add another layer, which is the image. This one will gonna be actually replaced with our user avatar that enters in our chat. Here I'm gonna enlarge it to actually fill the entire gap over there. And as you can see, I do have it placed on top of the background. Normally I would place it behind it, so in case it's a square image, it will not gonna show just a square on top of my my background over there. It'll just gonna take the place for that rounded circle that we created. After that, save and copy the URL, and we're gonna insert in our OBS, we're gonna insert a browser source. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter what name you're gonna place it here. It does not even matter if you're placing the width and the height correctly. You can just make it 1 pixel if that's what you want. The most important thing is that the browser source is opened. So right now it's gonna show on screen, but we will not gonna want to have these things on our screen. So I'm just gonna drag it off the screen. I'm gonna leave it at the bottom right now. After we did that, we can actually go inside Lumia and start connecting to our printer. Make sure you copy the name of the overlay because you're gonna need it when you're actually calling the printer, and you'll need to place also the overlay name inside there. So under the alerts, we're gonna place it on the entrance, and under the advanced, we will gonna go into Lumia actions. And first things first, we're gonna place a short delay just to make sure that our image is actually placed on the overlay before it's printed. Otherwise, you might actually get printed out without the image. Find your receipt printer IP. Usually it prints out your IP address, but I'm also checking it on my router. So for me, it's 192.168.50.120. And on the image to print, you can also introduce an image. Make sure that it doesn't go over 1000 pixels. But since we want to use it inside Lumia overlays, we're gonna go with overlay screenshot method. and then we place entrance, and then the type of it, which is thermal. We're gonna add action, and then we're gonna go into our overlay actions. And here we're gonna modify the image content for our avatar placeholder. So we called it chatter avatar. And then on media, you just have to place avatar there. That's a variable that will gonna be automatically pulled up. Or you can just use the brackets and then click on avatar. After you've done that, the only thing else to do is actually to test it out. So we're gonna go on our Twitch chat, since nobody actually chatted, or I didn't actually join the chat until now. We're gonna trigger an entrance alert. So I'm just gonna call it test. We're gonna see that on overlay, it will gonna be filled. I'm also getting the first chatter, so that's why it has a bit. You see that my logo is on top of that circle. I would strongly recommend you to place it behind so it looks like a circle. This was also printed out, and yeah, I guess there you have it. You have a printer that can print out your entrance users, or you can actually use it for any other alert or command whatsoever. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.